add. Well, welcome back to the final part of our dissemination event, the final dissemination event, and the final, not the final output as we will see, but this final showcase of the outputs of the project. And we won't take much longer because we were already delayed, as everyone here in the room already knows, and probably also the ones that are watching online. And what we aim to do now is just to do a small close-up of the project after the activities with the students that went really well. Very quickly, we had about 200 students and professors from high schools engaged in 4 types of activities I explained previously. So now that this part is over and done and well done, we will resume here very simply and quickly the presentation of one important output of the project that will last longer than the delay of the project itself. So it was one of our commitments, of our responsibilities under the project, was to do at the end a workbook with all that we have learned being transmitted to others. And Ili Pacheco, one, and I would say the most important coordinator or editor of the book, will explain very briefly what it is all about. So Ili, I give you the floor.
Thank you very much, Dulce. Thank you very much, all of you, for staying. Yes, this is, as Professor Dulce said before, this is one of the main outputs of this project. And we are so proud that we managed to have contributions not only from the researchers that are part of the project in the 4 different universities, but also from external contributions and NGOs and the national contact points as well. And so basically the idea in this workbook is that we have 2 different parts. The first part is about the conceptual, legal, and theoretical aspects on the European Citizens Initiative. And by the way, we called the book exactly as our project. So the name is European Citizens Initiative, a tool for engagement and active citizenship. And that's precisely what we want to show, so that we all can use and we all can have like interesting information to make more accessible the European Citizens Initiative. So in the first part, we moved to this the information about concepts and constitutional and legal framework about the European Citizens Initiative. What is a European Citizens Initiative for? So we explore what are the purposes of the initiative. And of course, we included as well the use from students involved in this project during these 2 years. And we have also participation from NGOs on democracy and citizen participation as well. And we have like evaluation about what are the virtuosities and shortcomings of DCI, for example. Another section including this first part is what is in a European Citizens Initiative. So there is a section about the step-by-step that the organizers should follow in order to register the initiatives, and of course how they can get support from these ECAS institution in order to prepare everything. We have also another section about the actors involved in the European Citizens Initiative, and how can I be involved in the European Citizens Initiative? So these are questions related to also to the practice of how we can support an initiative, how can I find help, where can I find help, and of course we have the value contribution from the Portuguese ECI contact point. Thank you very much, Gracia. And it's the views from the Portuguese ECI contact point. The second part is about the project itself, European Citizens Initiative. So you heard today about what we did in these 4 universities. So we wanted to outline a little bit and show also the development and result of that. That's why we explained the purposes of the project. We explained the online course that we created and run for these 2 years, but it's also important to say it will be open for you for the next 5 years. So everyone who is interested in learning more about the ECI will be able to join the online course offered by the University of Coimbra and the Moodle platform. Also explain introductory sessions and the learning activities. You may have heard some about these activities today in today's presentation with Professor Ana Maria Berco, and online presence and gamification strategies. The activities in which you participated today are also connected to that. The examples that activities that we did during the models is basically simulation of how is the process and how you can actually submit an ECI, and they got the response by the European Commission. And finally, students' initiatives is very interesting, and the evaluation of the project expectations were met or not. So this is the final product, 195 pages, and as you can see, it has graphics, numbers, tables, and also, which I think is very important, some pictures from students. Is one, for example, the ones who went to Romania. I see some familiar faces here, by the way. Nice. And also, which I would like to highlight is the contribution by the students, for example, in designing their own initiatives. And we managed to include all of this because it's very valuable and it's one of the most significant results in our project. So these were the initiatives that students created in these 2 cohorts, and the logos, everything were made by them. So it's very valuable, and we wanted to highlight your work. So thank you very much for being so active and committed with the project. And this is pretty much this last chapter, this last section in the workbook is outlining what you did. So of course, I don't know what else. The workbook will be available online. We hope from the next week. So we were told by the Göttingen University Press that would be available in the first week of April. So we will send the link to you. We also would like to make it accessible for all of you, to spread the word. And and here in the end, we find the list not only of the contributors and researchers that worked on the project, and also the events that we organized. I think we also need to include this event. No, the final dissemination event. Maybe. We still have some time to do some adjustments to this part. Articles that we produced under the project, and the list of researchers, external contributors to the workbook, and of course the ECI, the students that participated in the ECI models by each university. So your names are also here. So that's what I wanted to say, and thank you very much to all of you contributors, because it was a very nice work, and we're very professional and responsible, and it was collective work, and Professor Dulce as well for all the support, and I think it's a great result that we finally can show to the community about this initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. And thank you for the hard work in the workbook, right? We worked together, but of course, Julie was the main responsible for the fact that we have this product at the end of the project DCI from A to Z. And now I give the floor to Fernando Borges, that has accompanied us also from the beginning on of the project, most within dissemination communication activities. We work together already for some years now, and it's always good to have him on board in the projects because it's a seal of quality. So let's see what he has to say about this project.
Okay, well, first of all, I have to excuse for inviting me to be part. It was I have to say, like many of us already did, it's a wonderful thing to be part of this project, wonderful team, wonderful participation of students. So I only have most of good words to say about it. I just ask you, could you share this site of the project?
Yes, of course.
Together with all these good words, all these positive words about the participation of the project, I must also say that regarding communication was a little bit, and also the management of the project was a little bit challenging at the beginning. We were writing the proposal and then the COVID pandemic came. We had a delay in the submission deadline, but other than that, all the communication activities we had to change. We had to change everything, or had to adapt everything, because we have written a project that was for face-to-face participation and collaboration and student involvement. And then we had to, the kickoff meeting was supposed to be face-to-face, and then we had to do online. So all the on the one hand, we have all this challenge to the communication of the project. But on the other hand, all the communication aspect of the project was wonderful because it was truly collaborative efforts that everyone was involved. All the tutors and the peer learning, all the students, there wasn't anybody that wasn't involved in the project that didn't support the communication efforts. So on this matter, I have to say that my life was made easier by the collaborative participation of everyone. So I thank you all for that also. And I think that it truly goes with the spirit of the project that we are talking about participation, about civic participation. And I think a lot of communication issues are related to democracy issues, about understanding, about having your ideas to be understood. And I think that we are able to do that in the project, and also in terms of participation. So regarding dissemination of the project, I think Ili did already a wonderful job, and this book is a reflection of all the dissemination. We are able to condensate all the project in this one book, all the experience, even the students' experience. We just had to put that into paper, and it always there, the list of articles, the events, and everything. So I feel that regarding dissemination, I won't repeat myself. Communication-wise, the project, we had it also not only the collaboration, but we had videos, we had leaflets. We have a site, we have social media, we have YouTube, we have Facebook, we have Instagram. It was a truly all over the place communication. We used all the tools because we needed all the tools to communicate. We had to, the peer learning, the tutors had to communicate with the students, so we didn't have to, sometimes you use all the tools that we needed to communicate. So we have everything, and at the end, I think that also we we are able to showcase the project in some events like the European Researchers Night and other events that UCLR was present. And I think that will be also the communication for the future, because although the funding of the project will end soon, the communication and the impact of the project will remain. So it is also our commitment to continue. One of the commitments is the online course that he already mentioned. It will be open. The website will also continue to exist for a while at least. And if we not in this format, we will change it to another one that we will be able to continue. So all the communication that we have and that we will still have will continue, because the idea is to maximize the impact of the project. And I think that today was an important moment for us to see that all the involvement that we had here today, all the interest that the students showed in the project results. We must find a way to continue to do that. And I just want to say again that the work of the students was truly wonderful and had a truly impact on communication. Maybe some of the activities were to create a slogan. They created videos, so everything is also on the website. So it was a big plethora of communication options and tools that we used, and we will continue to maximize that in the future. So thank you again for everyone.
Change it so that we can just put the full screen. So, what can I add to my two colleagues and friends here at the table? Well, just to say that this was a wonderful and magnificent project. I had the pleasure of working with new people. Others I already knew, but got to know better. I think it was already said multiple times now that we worked really well together in a very collaborative way. Not only the Portuguese team, all the teams really got along. Not only the tutors and the researchers, but also the students really got along and worked together in a very, yes, and sometimes in a very hard way, even through all the communication tools, WhatsApp and everything, we made it work. So I think it's a bit like the European Union. Somehow it works, right? With a bit of creativity here, with a little bit of effort there, sometimes with a little bit of fun, it's also needed. Our project is like a bit at a very low scale. It's like the European Union, and we don't know why, but it worked. Also today, it was a very interesting day for the project. It's not only does it mark the final event of the project, but we had the pleasure of having many students with us. We had, as I said, almost up to 200. Until yesterday, we only had things prepared for 100, but in a night, we managed to multiply. It's almost like the miracle, miracle of multiplication. So, well, I can only say that it has been, again, a pleasure. That, as Ana Maria Berco said previously, this is not the end. This will continue. We will have partnerships. We already have partnerships to continue some of the outputs. We will keep them open so everyone can see them. In the University of Coimbra Institute for Legal Research, which is the University of Coimbra partner in the project, we will continue to have participation and citizenship and democracy and rule of law as one of our main goals and objectives to promote, to engage on. So keep posted for more news from us as partners, as consortium, because we still exist beyond the project. From our students that I believe they can do great things, the students that were with us, and keep also posted on what they will do in the future, and keep posted also on the universities that compose the consortium, and particularly because this is mine, the University of Coimbra, and the Institute for Legal Research, because we will continue to work on this path, and you can count on us. If you have ideas for projects, partnerships, for us to go to schools and do some kind of presentation, we will be available. Just reach out, and we will, of course, do all our best to be more active citizens like we want everyone to be. Thank you very much, and it's fun.